She wrote a long letter to her grandfather. She wrote a long letter to her grandfather. She wrote a long letter to her grandfather.
With the animation can create images that seem real to the viewer. 3D animation can create images that seem real to the viewer.
They liked swimming. They liked swimming. They liked swimming.
For instance, it forces administrations to clarify, amend, or establish their policies. For instance, it forces administrations to clarify, amend, or establish their policies. The position of a person is their status or responsibility in a community or group of people. The position of a person is their status or responsibility in a community or group of people.
The inconvenient parts of camping never seem to bother them. The inconvenient parts of camping never seem to bother them. The inconvenient parts of camping never seem to bother them.
When it moves all the way around the clock, the hand moves forward one space. When it moves all the way around the clock, the minute hand moves forward one space.
I felt very sorry that I had put them to so much trouble. I felt very sorry that I had put them to so much trouble. I felt very sorry that I had put them to so much trouble.
All of these scenarios increase the demands for modern refrigeration and manufactured ice. All of these scenarios increase the demands for modern refrigeration and manufactured ice. All of these scenarios increase the demands for modern refrigeration and manufactured ice.
They help students and researchers understand the order or chronology of historical events for a subject. They help students and researchers understand the order or chronology of historical events for a subject. The games added many new things, such as breathing and a new bag system. The games added many new things, such as breathing and a new bag system.
These tea rooms often double as bakeries so that tea and pastries are enjoyed together. These tea rooms often double as bakeries so that tea and pastries are enjoyed together. These tea rooms often double as bakeries so that tea and pastries are enjoyed together.
Hi, I'm doing well, thanks. What can I do for you? That's a tough decision. Have you been looking at jobs in the field that you're interested in? That's true. A doctoral program would give you the opportunity to gain more knowledge and research experience in your field so that you can eventually get a job that you want. It definitely takes a lot of time and commitment, but it can be very rewarding. If you're not sure if an advanced degree is for you, why don't you try working in your field for a few years and then decide whether or not to pursue a doctorate later on?
Talk about a person who has had a big effect on the world. Talk about a person who has had a big effect on the world.
A person who has had important effect or impact on the world was Albert Einstein. He was a German scientist, and he had he shared many important breakthroughs in different fields. Some people consider him an evil person since he helped to build indirectly the atomic bomb, which led to the loss of lives, of millions of lives, probably. I'm not really sure. But some others consider him like a good person since he was looking for the way to stop the war quickly. But um, in another field, he helped with research about physics and understanding how time behaves. Uh, the theory of relativity was an important breakthrough, and it was like ahead of its time, and that had been applied to many different industries and has helped to create new technologies. So it's a topic of debate, but I think that he was a very relevant person, and we can witness that until today. This is kind of vintage photo. There is a woman, an old woman, who is sewing. She is using a sewing machine on a piece of cloth, and I can see that there are many patterns of flowers with a bunch of different colors. I can see some purple colors, some orange colors, many threads, and she's also wearing glasses. Her looks of are a little bit classic. She's also wearing a watch, and the background is dark. She looks very focused on her task, and I think that this is a very time-consuming skill, but all in all, I think that it's very rewarding. Also, it's hard to notice if she's sitting on a standard chair or a white big chair, but this seems to be a workshop. I guess she's probably a professional on this field, and I can tell that because she is using uh, I don't know. Okay, this is an interesting question. I have never thought about that. There was a time in which I met a person on a technological fair. It was actually a video games fair. So this person was a game developer. He, of course, is a coder. I'm not good at coding. I want to learn about this, but it's very challenging to me. So I found this person. There are not like many people making video games in my country, so it was a huge surprise. And we shared numbers, and after a while, we met with a few more people who were artists or also coders or project managers. and we actually started creating a video game for fun. I was very young back then, although we are still advancing with that project. I'm not really sure if we are gonna finish it any given day. I think that it was a remarkable opportunity. Um, we share numbers and also like emails and many other means of communication. That is a tough question for sure, but I actually got an answer. An important lesson that I learned recently, well, not recently, kind of, is that you have to take the opportunities when you have them. When I was young, I was very perfectionist, and I used to believe that there were always like many other chances. And while this is usually the case, you never know when you are gonna get another chance or if there will be actually another chance to try something. Um, you might think that you have to be careful, and because if you take an opportunity that is not the right one, you will be losing the chance to take advantage of many other ones. But in reality, I mean, at this age, I think that you regret more about what you didn't do than what you actually did. Some people also say that it's better to say sorry than to be authorized to do something that weren't to be authorized. That is probably true. I'm not really sure. But the thing is that we are not going to live forever. So sometimes it's better just to take the plunge and see what happens. Of course, you have to be careful, but that doesn't mean that you will prevent yourself of trying new things, of getting new experiences, more knowledge, and also valuable memories that you can cherish for the rest of your life. I have to say though that if you have a risky personality, you will fail, you will experience pain, there will be many things that will go wrong, but there will be also a positive side. You will learn from them, and as you age, you might think that it was all worth it because if you stay like in a cave, like looking for safety, your life will end soon, and there is nothing you can do about it. So, in order to live like a remarkable life, you have to be a little bit risky and also to take the opportunities when you have them. But you also have to have a plan B because, as I said before, many things could go in an unexpected way. Also, you have to learn quickly, you have to adapt quickly, and that is the lesson that I learned in the last few years.